Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything is going to be okay. I'm here on another new type of unique planet that I discovered in No Man's Sky. I'm calling this a giant petrified mushroom planet. It's basically the same kind of planet as the megalith one that I discovered earlier. It has these giant mushrooms. I guess the difference is the last megalith planet I found had giant rocks, and this one has giant plant assets, giant mushrooms, but they can't be destroyed. You can't scan them. So it's pretty cool. So I'm actually going to build a base on this planet because I really like it, even though it's not very colorful. It's still pretty neat. You might have saw the creature that we ran off. There's creatures on this planet. There's plants. Even though from space, the planet said that it was like a forsaken moon, which is usually the name given to empty planets and moons. But now, forsaken planets can be planets with life on them. There's also really cool thing is that these kind of planets can have buildings on them. There's an outpost over there I'm going to go show you in a minute, because there's also something else very special about this star system. But I'm going to build my base really quick. You might have noticed there's a predator running around. Cool thing about No Man's Sky Next, or some people might think is a bad thing, is predators no longer attack you. Natural predators are just... See, this guy's going around preying on herbivores. His behavior is impulsive. Normally, creatures like that would attack you, but natural predators don't attack players anymore. The only things that attack players are sentinels if you do something bad, or the monstrosities that attack you if you destroy their eggs. But anyway, I'm going to build a base computer. And claim a base here. This will be my third one. So I've got a base in a yellow star system, a red star system, and then this is a green star system. So eventually I will get the last one, which is a blue star system. Then I'll be able to get all of the materials that you need to make all of the different warp reactors. So I'm not going to build the whole house. I'm just going to build some flooring here so that I can build some other tech on top of the flooring. I'm also kind of showing you how to build a basic, very basic base that has what you need to be able to get back to it. There's really only two things you need. You need the base computer, maybe a little flooring like I'm doing, and then I'm going to go to technology, permanent technology, and build a base teleportation module. So you need that if you want to come back to your base easily. Good. So now I have a base teleporter, and you can use that to go to your other bases. So see, now I have two bases. It did change the name. Oh, that's awesome. So they do rename your bases in the teleporter. That's good to know. So Little House by the Forest now has the correct name reflected in the teleporter. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other cool thing about the star system. This is a green star system, so this, if you want to find this type of planet, I guess a green star system is a good place to look, because I sure haven't found any planets like this in yellow star systems. So these more unique planet biomes seem to mainly be in the other colors, red, green, and maybe blue. So we're going to go down to this outpost, and you might notice that so far no ships have landed on this outpost. Usually there'll be a ship landing like every minute. But there's something special about this star system. Let me see if my hunch is correct. Oh, wow. It's a derelict outpost. This is not an abandoned building, or what we used to call an abandoned building. This is an outpost. It has a landing pad, and it has a landing pad, and it has a trade terminal and multi-tool, but there's no NPCs here, and everything is derelict. It's like a abandoned building with all the goop and stuff all around. In fact, it's even got an abandoned building terminal. Let's check this out. Wow, this is so cool. See if this is regular lore. Yeah, this is regular abandoned building lore. And it gave me nanites. But, okay, this whole star system is what I'm calling an abandoned star system. It says that it was colonized by the Viking. It has economy, but it has no conflict level. And there are no NPCs at all. The space station is derelict. I've shown derelict space stations before. They have red lights, and they have stuff in them like an abandoned building, just like this one does, and no NPCs. And so this star system has buildings, but it has no NPCs. So I'm calling it an abandoned star system. So the Viking came here, they colonized it, and then for whatever reason they abandoned it. This might be cool. I might buy this later. No, it's not as good as what I have. But anyway, so yeah, not only is this a giant petrified mushroom planet, but it is also an abandoned star system that has buildings. Oh wow, there's even... Okay, this is the other thing. I've noticed on some of the other planets in the star system, there are whispering eggs just in random places. I went to an empty planet, and there was just a whispering egg sitting there by itself. So my theory is that this is a star system that these monstrosities have infected. Like somehow they have sown their seeds across this star system, and maybe all of the planets have whispering eggs on them. So the monstrosities appeared and started to like kill the NPCs here, and so they abandoned it. They ran away or they all died. So that's my theory. And maybe the lore somewhere will support it. I haven't found any lore yet, but we know there is some lore that we got from Waking Titan that talks about I shouldn't have touched the eggs. But yeah, so it's really cool that we've got kind of this environmental storytelling going on with these new biomes and these new types of star systems that are abandoned or are... there's also uninhabited. The other star system I showed that had these kind of planets was uninhabited. There were no buildings, no space station, no one had ever been there. So anyway, this has been my new base planet that is a giant petrified mushroom planet, and it's in a abandoned star system. So I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.